She epitomized an era embodying beauty, talent, and effortless charm in the 80s. From dazzling red carpets to unforgettable performances, she captivated audiences and became a household name. But fame is fleeting, and as the years passed, she stepped away from the spotlight, leaving fans wondering, where did she go? Today, she's back, and her transformation is nothing short of inspiring. No longer just the starlet of yesterday, she has reinvented herself, proving that true icons never fade. They evolve, whether through new creative ventures, philanthropy, or personal growth. She's embracing life on her terms, reminding the world why she was once the dream girl everyone adored. Get ready to see her like never before. This is her story, her comeback, and her legacy. The unexpected change of David Caruso. Once the face of primetime television, David Caruso captivated viewers with his powerful performances and trademark sunglasses. As Detective John Kelly on NYPD Blue, Caruso shot to popularity in the early 1990s and became well known. To pursue a film career that eventually failed, he left the show after just one season, making it one of the most contentious exits in TV history. His appearance as Horatio Kane in CSI Miami in 2002, however, brought him redemption, as the character became known for his dramatic one-liners and calm demeanor. Caruso commanded screens for 10 years, but he vanished from Hollywood completely after the show concluded in 2012. Fans are in awe of his metamorphosis in 2025. Caruso has adopted a quiet, private life that is far different from the industry that previously characterized him, and at 68, he is hardly recognizable. Infrequent sightings show a man who has matured organically, unburdened by the demands of maintaining a public persona. Although rumors are circulating regarding his health and lifestyle, there are no verified reports of any health issues. Instead, it appears to be a man who has chosen to avoid the spotlight. His legacy endures, a testament to his tenacity and inventiveness. His influence on television persists, even if he never acts again, demonstrating that often the most dramatic departure is the one that sticks. The classic style of Sarah Jessica Parker. Long before she was associated with Carrie Bradshaw in Sex and the City, Sarah Jessica Parker was a red carpet star in the 1980s. She adopted adventurous fashion choices throughout her early years in Hollywood, including enormous gowns and audacious accessories that created rather than followed trends. Parker's sense of style changed over the years, but her capacity to draw attention on the red carpet did not. She remains a major player in the fashion industry in 2025, attending important events with the same carefree elegance that made her famous decades ago. She demonstrated her continued love of statement pieces at the SNL 50th anniversary event by dazzling in a glittering Dolce & Gabbana dance dress. She showed her ability to combine traditional elegance with contemporary refinement during her appearances at the Torino Film Festival and Red Sea Film Festival. Her signature style was shown in her frequent use of ombre gowns and crystallized purses. Parker continues to be involved in the entertainment sector outside of fashion, juggling her work with charitable endeavors and business endeavors. Her Broadway shows serve as a reminder of her versatility, and her shoe business continues to thrive. Many celebrities from the 1980s have lost their prominence, but Parker's ability to adapt to the times ensures she will always remain relevant. In addition to her roles, she left a lasting impact by influencing red carpet attire and demonstrating the enduring nature of great elegance. Jonathan Taylor Thomas's non-famous life. Starring in popular TV series and appearing on magazine covers, Jonathan Taylor Thomas was the quintessential teen heartthrob of the 1990s. He rose to fame as Randy Taylor on Home Improvement, and his role as a young Simba in The Lion King solidified his legacy in popular culture. However, Thomas made the unexpected choice to leave Hollywood just as his stardom was reaching its height. He claimed fatigue and a need for normalcy as reasons why he had become tired of the constant attention by the late 1990s. He chose to pursue education over pursuing more roles, enrolling at Harvard and then Columbia University to study philosophy and history. Thomas remained elusive, making only fleeting appearances on Last Man Standing in the 2010s, despite fans' hopes for a spectacular comeback. He is 43 years old in 2025 and remains primarily uninvolved in the entertainment business. He has chosen to live a quiet life away from the spotlight, avoiding scandals and public conflicts like many former child stars do. He occasionally writes and directs, but he has no intention of going back to acting full-time. His experience, which demonstrates that sometimes leaving is the most effective course of action, is one of purposeful retreat rather than collapse. Though his name endures due to nostalgia, Thomas is happy in his world, free from Hollywood craziness. America's sweetheart, Julia Roberts, both then and now. With her bright smile and natural brilliance, Julia Roberts captivated audiences and defined an age of Hollywood charm. She transformed from Pretty Woman to Erin Brockovich, becoming the epitome of a leading woman and winning praise and admiration all over the world. Roberts remained a force, picking jobs that best reflected her range, while many 90s stars slipped into obscurity. She still manages to maintain a healthy work-life balance in 2025. She is withdrawn from the fast-paced world of Hollywood, but she remains involved in the business. Most recently, she produced and starred in the highly regarded drama Leave No Trace, which explores themes of resilience and atonement. Roberts has embraced philanthropy outside of performing, volunteering for children's education programs and environmental concerns. Her attendance at prestigious events like the Academy Awards and the Cannes Film Festival demonstrates that her star power remains undiminished. She seamlessly blends nostalgia with contemporary relevance, displaying the same grace that earned her the title America's Sweetheart decades ago at the age of 57. Although she may no longer dominate the box office, there is no denying her impact on society and the film industry. Roberts' path exemplifies perseverance in a field that often rewards fleeting fame. True stardom is everlasting, as evidenced by her impact on Hollywood's golden age and her enduring legacy beyond the roles she portrayed. Debbie Gibson's comeback to the public eye. With hits like Only in My Dreams and Foolish Beat, Debbie Gibson was the ultimate pop princess of the 1980s, ruling the charts. In an era full of over-the-top celebrities, she stood out for her youthful enthusiasm and songwriting skills. Gibson left mainstream pop as the 1990s arrived and moved into Broadway and independent music. She never completely vanished, but her influence in the field waned. She has now made an incredible comeback in 2025, demonstrating that her charm and talent are still as powerful as ever. Her most recent album, Electric Youth Reimagined, combines nostalgic synth pop with current production to bring her iconic sound back with a contemporary twist. When she and other 80s icons headlined the Legends of Pop tour, fans were ecstatic because she gave performances that took them back in time. Gibson has expanded its social media presence beyond music, engaging with a new generation of fans and reestablishing connections with devoted followers. Her adaptability and tenacity have cemented her reputation as a timeless artist. She is still an inspiration at the age of 54, demonstrating that genuine talent develops rather than diminishes. Gibson's comeback is evidence of the ongoing influence of 80s pop culture, whether she is singing live or coaching up-and-coming musicians. Her transformation from teenage hero to seasoned performer exemplifies the value of self-reinvention and serves as a reminder to the world of her status as a formidable force. Leonardo DiCaprio. Leonardo DiCaprio was the ultimate heartthrob of the late 1990s and early 2000s, thanks to his effortless charisma and piercing blue eyes, which were once plastered on every teen's bedroom wall. His image was associated with young romanticism and cinematic genius, from Titanic to Romeo and Juliet. However, DiCaprio demonstrated over the years that he was more than just a handsome face. As of 2025, he remains one of Hollywood's most esteemed actors, continually redefining himself through challenging roles and environmental advocacy. His most recent movie, The Wager, based on the compelling book by David Grann, demonstrates his ability to handle intricate stories with nuance and passion. DiCaprio has expanded his impact beyond acting by supporting climate initiatives that promote global change and investing in environmentally friendly technologies. His attendance at significant conferences, such as the UN Climate Conference, confirms his position as a proponent of environmental change. He has skillfully transitioned from teenage hero to business titan at the age of 50, demonstrating that being attractive is not enough to sustain a career in Hollywood. Even though his posters are no longer on bedroom walls, his influence on activism and filmmaking guarantees his legacy will endure. DiCaprio's path is a testament to progress, demonstrating that genuine stardom is founded on skill, foresight, and a steadfast commitment to making a positive impact on the world. The Unexpected Journey of Shelley Long. With her depiction of Diane Chambers in Cheers, Shelley Long captivated fans and became the undisputed queen of comedy in the 1980s. She became one of the most adored characters on television because of her witty banter, intellectual appeal, and indisputable connection with Ted Danson. But both fans and industry insiders were taken aback by her decision to quit the show in 1987 when it was at its height. She never fully regained the sparkle of her comedy days, even though she pursued a career in movies with hits like Troop Beverly Hills and The Money Pit. Long's involvement in Hollywood waned over the years, with intermittent cameos on programs like Modern Family. Her metamorphosis in 2025 is very astounding. At 75, she has adopted a more subdued lifestyle, concentrating on writing and coaching aspiring performers. Behind the Laughter, her most recent memoir, provides an honest look at her career, describing the highs and lows of celebrity. Even though she no longer pursues fame, her legacy endures since Cheers is still hailed as one of the best sitcoms ever made. Her calm temperament and graceful aging frequently surprise fans who catch glimpses of her at business events. Long's story is an example of reinvention, demonstrating that leaving Hollywood doesn't mean going into oblivion, but rather starting over on one's own terms. The development of Tyra Banks beyond stardom. Tyra Banks previously graced the covers of every major fashion magazine with her imposing presence and trademark smiles. She changed the definition of beauty and rose to prominence as one of the most significant supermodels of the 1990s and early 2000s, appearing in magazines like Vogue and Sports Illustrated. However, as her career developed, Banks made the switch to television, producing America's Next Top Model, a program that had a long-lasting impact on the modeling profession. Although she continued to be a significant figure in entertainment, she made fewer public appearances over time. In 2025, Banks has completely embraced a more subdued lifestyle, removing herself from the constant pressures of celebrity. Fans were taken aback by her latest Essence magazine cover, which featured a drastically altered appearance that provoked discussions about aging and reinvention. She demonstrated her willingness to push limits with her dark-lined lips, teased curls, and high-end style. Some admirers commended her ability to adapt over time, while her transformation took aback others. In addition to modeling, Banks has concentrated on business endeavors, advising aspiring business owners and promoting diversity in the fashion industry. Her legacy endures even if she no longer commands the majority of magazine covers. She has demonstrated that leaving the limelight does not imply sinking into obscurity, but rather welcoming new chapters according to her wishes. Banks continues to make a lasting impression on the business, demonstrating that genuine impact extends well beyond the runway, whether she is redefining beauty or motivating the next generation. Jaime Girtz's incredible adventure. Once the movie sensation of the 1980s, Jaime Girtz starred in cult favorites like The Lost Boys, 16 Candles, and Less Than Zero. She shared the screen with future Hollywood icons like Kiefer Sutherland and Robert Downey Jr., and her expressive eyes and effortless charisma made her a cherished presence. Girtz, however, chose a different route that led her to an incredible financial empire, while many of her peers remained in the field. Her acting career had stagnated by the mid-1990s, but she was subtly creating something much more worthwhile in the background. She became heavily involved in business and philanthropy after marrying banker Tony Ressler, helping to develop investment techniques that ultimately led to an impressive net worth. Girtz is now regarded as the richest celebrity in 2025, with an estimated net worth of $12 billion. Her priorities continue to be philanthropy and ownership holdings in major sports teams, even though she occasionally goes back to performing. One of the most surprising changes in entertainment history is her journey from Hollywood star to millionaire mogul. Girtz recreated herself in a way that few could have imagined, in contrast to those who faded into obscurity, demonstrating that sometimes removing oneself from the spotlight is the most effective course of action. One of the most intriguing people of her generation, she left behind an empire in addition to the movies in which she acted. Gloria Estefan's comeback on the red carpet. Gloria Estefan emerged as a style icon in the 1980s by fusing Latin elegance with daring avant-garde choices. She maintained her distinctive refinement while embodying the glitzy excess of the day in everything from power suits to sequined gowns. Estefan's presence in the fashion industry has been more subdued in recent years, yet her influence has never waned. She has already made a stunning comeback in 2025, demonstrating that classic style is timeless. She wowed fans at the 2025 American Music Awards in a flaming, body-hugging scarlet gown with sheer long sleeves and 3D floral decorations. The ensemble was a masterwork of contemporary elegance, skillfully fusing cutting-edge design with old-world glitz. She was hailed as the night's indisputable queen by the enthusiastic crowd. Beyond her glamorous red carpet appearances, Estefan continues to influence the industry by supporting Latin representation in music and design, as well as mentoring up-and-coming artists. Her continuing influence is demonstrated by her capacity to reinvent herself while remaining loyal to her roots. She remains a powerful force at 67, showing that timeless symbols endure and never go out of style. Estefan's comeback is a celebration of tenacity, creativity, and the power of reinvention, whether she dazzles on the stage or creates waves in the fashion industry. Her legacy extends beyond the music she produced to include the way her steadfast presence and unmistakable style continue to inspire generations. The amazing change in Lonnie Anderson. One of the most glitzy celebrities of the 1980s, Lonnie Anderson enthralled viewers with her stunning beauty and comical ability. Known for her portrayal of Jennifer Marlowe on WKRP in Cincinnati, she rose to fame as a television personality who embodied charm and sophistication. She became a popular favorite due to her remarkable appearance and easy humor, which earned her a spot among Hollywood's elite. Behind the scenes, though, Anderson encountered both personal and professional difficulties that put her fortitude to the test. While changing business trends resulted in fewer leading roles, her well-publicized marriage to Burt Reynolds and their subsequent divorce garnered news. Anderson has embraced a new chapter in 2025, demonstrating that it is always possible to reinvent oneself. She stopped acting at the age of 78 to focus on advocacy and philanthropy. Her recent efforts to raise awareness of Alzheimer's disease have had a significant influence, contributing to the funding of support and research initiatives. Even though she is no longer a regular on TV, her impact endures, demonstrating that real icons grow beyond their initial notoriety. Her commitment to important causes is now celebrated by fans who once appreciated her for her on-screen persona. Anderson's career is an example of perseverance, whether it is through her artistic endeavors, advocacy, or her peaceful escape from the demands of Hollywood. Her legacy will live on for centuries to come, as she has demonstrated that leaving the industry does not mean falling into oblivion, but rather embracing life on one's own terms. Her metamorphosis embodies power, knowledge, and the capacity to redefine success, extending beyond a simple physical transformation. Jackie Chan's lasting influence. For many years, Jackie Chan has been a cinematic icon, using his skill in martial arts with his comical genius to establish a unique genre. Chan has been one of the most well-known figures in entertainment since his early days in Hong Kong action movies and his worldwide triumph with Rush Hour and Shanghai Noon. He still astounds followers with his everlasting devotion to the profession in 2025 at the age of 71. He and Ralph Macchio are reunited in his most recent endeavor, Karate Kid Legends, which infuses the cherished series with new life and memories. Even though he no longer performs as many high-risk stunts, Chan remains very much present in action movies, coaching up-and-coming performers and directing combat scenes that maintain his distinctive aesthetic. Beyond the movie industry, he has expanded his charitable endeavors by contributing to disaster relief and educational projects throughout Asia. He continues to serve as a cultural spokesperson for Chinese cinema and martial arts, thus extending his impact beyond Hollywood. His reputation as one of the greatest action stars of all time is unassailable, even if he no longer does the death-defying exploits that made him famous. True legends never die, They adapt, inspire, and continue to shape the industry in ways that no one else can. Chan's ability to change while remaining loyal to his roots is a testament to this. Jackie Chan continues to be a formidable presence both on and off screen, demonstrating that when passion propels the trip, age is simply a number. The classic appeal of Mia Sara. Mia Sara captivated fans with her effortless beauty and unquestionable charm, making her the quintessential 80s dream girl. In her role as Sloane Peterson in Ferris Bueller's Day Off, she personified the cool, self-assured look that all teenagers wanted to have. She stood out in a time of huge personalities and daring fashion thanks to her effortless ease, subtle elegance, and flowing dark hair. Sara chose a different route, leaving the industry to concentrate on her family and personal interests, while many of her peers sought Hollywood fame. Although she rarely appears in public, she remains an intriguing figure in 2025 and holds a unique place in pop cultural history. She has aged gracefully at the age of 57, choosing to live a low-key life away from the limelight. Ferris Bueller's Day Off is still hailed as one of the most famous movies of the 1980s, even though it no longer appears on magazine covers or red carpets. When fans see her now, they are frequently amazed at how little she has changed. Her unique style remains, showcasing the timeless quality of great style. Sara is appealing because she can stay true to herself without feeling the need to reinvent herself, unlike many others, constantly. Her experience serves as a reminder to the world that some stars never go out of style. They only take a step back and leave a legacy that inspires others. This demonstrates the enduring power of 80s nostalgia. Mia Sara's influence on fashion and movies is indisputable, showing that the 80s style she developed will always be in vogue, regardless of whether she ever returns to Hollywood or stays in quiet retirement. The life of Phoebe Kates outside of Hollywood. With her effortless charm and stunning beauty, Phoebe Kates captivated audiences as the face of romantic films in the 1980s. From Fast Times at Ridgemont High to Gremlins, she was a cherished figure who personified the decade's young vigor and charm. She was one of the most sought-after actresses of her era due to her captivating performances. Kates, however, took the unexpected choice to leave Hollywood at the height of her career, in contrast to many of her peers. She had mainly retired from acting by the mid-1990s, preferring to concentrate on her interests and family. Although she rarely appears in public, she remains an intriguing figure in 2025 and holds a unique place in pop cultural history. She has adopted a tranquil lifestyle at the age of 62 and operates her boutique, Blue Tree, in New York City, where she selects one-of-a-kind clothing and home decor pieces. Fans continue to yearn for a spectacular comeback, but Kates has expressed no desire to return to her Hollywood past, instead choosing to live a simple life away from the spotlight. Her tale demonstrates that sometimes the most effective course of action is to recede rather than vanish intentionally. Even though she is no longer on the big screen, her legacy lives on, reminding people why she was the face of romance in the 1980s. Phoebe Kates' influence on fashion and movies is indisputable, regardless of whether she ever goes back to acting or stays in a quiet retirement. This shows that great idols don't disappear, they evolve according to their own rules. Jeff Bridges' enduring influence. In the 1980s, Jeff Bridges embodied effortless cool, enthralling audiences with his unassuming charm and indisputable talent. He established himself as Hollywood's most effortlessly stylish leading man, from Tron to Against All Odds. However, his performance in The Big Lebowski in 1998 solidified his place as a cultural icon, transforming the dude into a representation of carefree confidence that cut across generations. In 2025, Bridges is still reinventing cool by juggling his acting career with philanthropy, music, and personal development. He recently starred in The Old Man, a compelling drama that showcases his ability to evolve while remaining true to his roots, and at 75, he remains a powerful presence in Hollywood. His love of music has also grown, as evidenced by his most recent CD, which combines blues and folk influences, capturing his enduring passion for storytelling. Beyond his entertainment career, Bridges has devoted his life to environmental advocacy, supporting initiatives that raise awareness of climate change and sustainability. His attendance at essential gatherings, such as humanitarian conferences and film festivals, demonstrates that his impact goes well beyond the big screen. Bridges' capacity to adapt and inspire means that his legacy endures, even while many 80s stars have faded into obscurity. Jeff Bridges is a living example of what it means to be cool, whether he is performing, promoting change, or just enjoying life with his trademark easygoing charm. His life story is proof that real idols don't simply pass away. Instead, they evolve and leave a lasting legacy that appeals to people of all ages. The motherhood journey of Amanda Bynes. With her flawless comedic timing and indisputable appeal, Amanda Bynes was the epitome of young humor in the early 2000s. Her smooth transition from television to film made her Hollywood's golden girl, appearing in everything from The Amanda Show to What a Girl Wants. However, Bynes battled the demands of celebrity behind the scenes, which ultimately led to a string of personal issues that caused her to leave the business. Her life underwent a drastic change in 2025, becoming more focused on motherhood, growth, and healing. Bynes has adopted a more subdued lifestyle, concentrating on her happiness and well-being following years of public scrutiny. According to reports, she gave birth to her first child early this year, a significant event that changed her priorities. She has expressed thanks for the help of her family and close friends in navigating this new stage, even though she is still mostly out of the spotlight. Bynes has taken a different route, one that is based on stability rather than spectacle, in contrast to many former adolescent idols who make comeback attempts. Even though she might never perform again, her story is a potent reminder that even the most severe failures can lead to reinvention. Her tenacity has won her admiration from fans who once praised her for her comic genius, demonstrating that often the most motivational tales are those that take place behind the scenes. Amanda Bynes' journey from teenage aspiration to loving mother is a monument to courage, tenacity, and the beauty of fresh starts, regardless of whether she decides to reveal more of her life in the future or stay in a quiet retreat. The incredible return of Belinda Carlisle. Before beginning a prosperous solo career, Belinda Carlisle was a significant force in the 1980s, first becoming well known as the lead vocalist of The Go-Go's. She rose to prominence as one of the decade's most identifiable voices with classics like Heaven is a Place on Earth and Mad About You. Even while her songs remained popular over time, Carlisle mostly avoided mainstream pop in favor of side projects and sporadic appearances. She is currently generating news once more in 2025 after making a victorious comeback to the stage. Longtime followers are once again excited about her latest tour, the decade's Australian tour, which demonstrates how powerful her voice and stage presence are. Carlisle, who is 66, embodies her unique style with elegance and appears remarkably youthful. Her most recent EP, Kismet, which she co-wrote with award-winning composer Diane Warren, has received praise from critics and serves as a reminder to listeners of why she was once a major pop music powerhouse. Beyond her musical comeback, Carlisle has been candid about the challenges of aging in the industry, emphasizing the importance of self-assurance and vocal care. Carlisle's comeback is evidence of her ongoing talent and capacity for growth, whereas many musicians find it difficult to stay relevant. True idols never fade. They discover new ways to shine. She continues to inspire, whether she's on stage or reflecting on her decades-long career. She has demonstrated tenacity, artistic talent, and an enduring devotion to her followers throughout her journey from 1980s sensation to contemporary legend. A Legacy Unstoppable by Michael J. Fox. With his iconic performance as Marty McFly in Back to the Future, Michael J. Fox became the undisputed breakout star of 1985. He became well known overnight thanks to his effortless charm, sharp wit, and excellent comedic timing. Fox demonstrated that he was more than a one-hit wonder, whereas many actors find it difficult to sustain their momentum following such a quick ascent. With parts in Family Ties, Teen Wolf, and Spin City, he maintained his dominance in Hollywood throughout the late 1980s and early 1990s, solidifying his place as one of the most adored actors of his time. But when he was given a Parkinson's disease diagnosis in 1991, his path took an unexpected turn. By creating the Michael J. Fox Foundation, Fox raised millions of dollars to support medical research rather than stepping back from the limelight. His legacy is still as strong as ever in 2025. Even though he has stopped performing, there is no denying his impact on pop culture and charity. Fans are still motivated by his most recent memoir, No Time Like the Future, which provides an honest look at his life, challenges, and victories. At 64, Fox remains a shining example of tenacity, demonstrating that genuine success is about more than mere notoriety, but also the legacy one leaves behind. Michael J. Fox's story is one of tenacity, proving to the world why he was and will always be a legend, whether through his legendary performances or his unwavering advocacy. His transformation from rising star to cultural icon is a testament to the enduring power of skill, willpower, and compassion. Lindsay Lohan's surprising return. In the early 2000s, Lindsay Lohan was one of the most talked-about actresses in Hollywood thanks to her undeniable talent and captivating on-screen presence. She made a smooth transition from child star to leading lady, and the world watched her from The Parent Trap to Mean Girls. However, Lohan's life took a tumultuous turn as her reputation grew, characterized by legal issues, periods of treatment, and a withdrawal from the business. She mostly avoided the spotlight for years, only sometimes appearing in independent films and international productions. She has now made a surprising return in 2025, demonstrating that it is always possible to reinvent oneself. Her most recent project has rekindled fans' interest in her career, showcasing a more sophisticated and mature version of the actress they once loved. Lohan, who is 38, has chosen to lead a more subdued, steady existence while juggling parenting and a few acting gigs. She discusses lessons learned and her aspirations for the future in recent interviews, which demonstrate her newfound confidence. She might never be as famous as she once was, but her comeback to Hollywood marks a new era, one based on tenacity rather than showmanship. Supporters who once witnessed her ascent and decline now applaud her recovery, demonstrating that sometimes going missing is merely a necessary step on the path to change. Lindsay Lohan's journey is still one of the most intriguing in contemporary celebrity culture, regardless of whether she decides to pursue acting or something else entirely. Lisa Welchel's comeback to the public eye. Known for her portrayal of Blair Warner on The Facts of Life, Lisa Welchel was a popular television personality in the 1980s. She became a fan favorite and one of the decade's most recognizable faces due to her portrayal of the affluent, self-assured, yet charming heroine. Welchel, however, made the unexpected choice to leave Hollywood when the program concluded in 1988 to concentrate on her personal development, family, and faith. She chose a more subdued lifestyle, focusing on writing, public speaking, and ministry work, while many of her peers sought prominent employment. Welchel has now returned to the entertainment business in 2025, reestablishing ties with fans through reunions and broadcast appearances. Her recent appearance on Survivor Philippines rekindled interest in her life by demonstrating her adaptability and tenacity. She has welcomed a new chapter in her life at age 61, striking a balance between her dedication to personal principles and her love of storytelling. Her existence in Hollywood is noteworthy, even though she may not be pursuing big-budget parts, demonstrating that reinvention is always possible. Welchel continues to encourage audiences through her writing, acting, and motivational speaking, reminding them that letting go of the spotlight does not equate to being less visible, but rather to living life on one's own terms. Her transformation from sitcom star to champion and mentor is a testament to the lasting value of genuineness, demonstrating that real impact extends beyond the screen. Jennifer Lopez's motivational story. With her music, acting, and unquestionable star power, Jennifer Lopez has dazzled audiences for decades. She has continued to be one of the most significant performers of her generation, from her breakthrough performance in Selena to her #1 hits. But Lopez has always looked for a greater purpose in life, despite the glamour and bling. She has now welcomed a new chapter in 2025, one that is centered on strength, self-discovery, and healing. Her most recent endeavor, Limitless, is a documentary that explores perseverance, personal growth, and the power of reinvention. Lopez recounts her experiences overcoming obstacles, navigating the world of celebrity, in striking a balance between work and family through frank interviews and introspection. At the age of 55, she has emerged as a strong voice for mental health awareness, promoting emotional health and self-care through her platform. Fans have responded favorably to her most recent book, Second Act, Reinventing Yourself at Any Age, which provides advice on accepting change and seeking happiness independent of approval from others. She still performs and creates, but now she focuses on helping women in business and mentoring upcoming artists. Lopez's metamorphosis serves as evidence that success is about more than just notoriety. It's also about having a purpose, developing and adapting to change. Jennifer Lopez's second act is proving to be equally as powerful as her first, reminding the world that genuine fulfillment comes from inside, whether she is performing live, behind the camera, or inspiring others with her words. Her story of perseverance shows that no matter where life leads you, you can constantly reinvent yourself. Hoda Kotb's lasting influence. With her kindness, tenacity, and steadfast commitment to narrative, Hoda Kotb has inspired audiences for decades. She rose to fame as a long-standing anchor on Today and was renowned for her ability to establish a very intimate connection with her audience. She had to deal with the demands of being a woman in the media, changing careers, and fighting breast cancer, so her path was not without difficulties. Nevertheless, Kotb remained a pillar of support throughout it all, demonstrating that sincerity and tenacity are the secrets to long-term success. Her legacy continues to evolve in 2025. She has accepted a new chapter in her life after leaving Today, one that is centered on campaigning for women's empowerment, philanthropy, and mentoring. Her most recent book, Brave Enough to Begin, has resonated with readers worldwide by offering guidance on overcoming fear and embracing change. Kotb's impact extends beyond journalism. She has come to represent tenacity and serves as a reminder to women everywhere that their opinions matter. She continues to inspire a new generation of leaders and storytellers with her inspirational lectures, personal thoughts, and touching interviews. Her influence extends beyond the media to the lives of people she has impacted with her kindness and knowledge. Even though she is no longer on morning television, her effect is still felt, demonstrating that real impact is determined by the lives one touches rather than by airtime. Because of her bravery, kindness, and steadfast commitment to uplifting others, Hoda Kotb has left a legacy that will endure in the memories of future generations. The legacy and private life of Gene Hackman. One of Hollywood's most renowned performers, Gene Hackman was famous for his commanding presence and ability to bring depth to each character. He won 2 Academy Awards and received international praise for his roles in films like The French Connection and Unforgiven, which helped to define an age of cinema. But in the early 2000s, Hackman unexpectedly decided to give up acting in favor of a more sedate life away from the limelight of Hollywood. Even though his life took a fatal turn, his impact endures today in 2025. At the Academy Awards, Hackman's longtime friend and co-star Morgan Freeman paid tribute to the actor, who had lived in Santa Fe, New Mexico for years. His achievements in cinema and his impact on future generations of actors were emphasized in the homage. Hackman remained committed to his artistic endeavors, devoting his time to writing and painting despite being reluctant to participate in Hollywood's social scene. His creations, which were exhibited in nearby galleries, revealed an alternative aspect of his inventiveness and demonstrated that his abilities went beyond the cinema. His tragic death earlier this year signaled the end of an era, yet his legacy lives on and continues to inspire. He became one of the most admired figures in entertainment due to his ability to blend seamlessly into his roles, his commitment to telling compelling stories, and his defiance of Hollywood's traditional standards. Whether it is through his films or his more subdued artistic endeavors, Gene Hackman's influence on film and culture is indisputable, demonstrating that absolute legends never die. They merely leave behind tales that are passed down through the ages. The lasting legacy of Molly Ringwald. Molly Ringwald captivated audiences with her effortless brilliance and genuine charm, making her the epitome of the 1980s girl next door. She shaped the coming-of-age genre for a whole generation as the face of John Hughes' renowned teen flicks, including 16 Candles, The Breakfast Club, and Pretty in Pink. She became a cultural icon and earned a spot in Hollywood history because of her ability to represent both strength and sensitivity. However, Ringwald moved away from popular movies as the 1990s rolled around, opting for roles that reflected her evolving aesthetic. She still maintains her reputation as a respected entertainment personality in 2025, juggling advocacy, writing, and acting. She has adopted a more subdued but significant career at the age of 57, appearing in a few television shows and writing insightful essays about feminism and the shifting Hollywood landscape. Fans have responded well to her most recent biography, Finding My Voice Again, which provides an honest look at celebrity, self-improvement, and reinvention. Her works continue to inspire a new generation, even though she may no longer be the face of teen filmmaking. Ringwald has opted for authenticity over nostalgia-driven comebacks, demonstrating that genuine icons evolve rather than fade away. She continues to be a powerhouse in entertainment, whether through her writing, acting, or lobbying, reminding everyone why she was once the popular girl next door. Her story demonstrates tenacity, and that reinvention is about accepting new chapters with dignity and purpose rather than recovering former glory. Molly Ringwald left behind a legacy of brilliance, talents, and unflinching sincerity. The life of Kim Basinger today. In the 1980s, Kim Basinger epitomized Hollywood glamour, captivating viewers with her breathtaking beauty and undeniable talent. She became a representation of elegance and charm with her breakthrough performance in Never Say Never Again and her iconic performance in 9½ Weeks. Her chance for the Academy Award in L.A., her reputation as one of the most admired actresses of her generation, was solidified with her role in Confidential. However, Basinger progressively moved out of the spotlight as the years went by, opting instead for a more subdued life centered on her interests. She has now accepted a new chapter in her life, committing herself to environmental preservation and animal rights advocacy in 2025. She has largely retired from acting at the age of 71, appearing primarily in a few independent films that reflect her values. Her efforts with animal rescue groups have had a significant impact as laws protecting domestic animals and wildlife have been passed. Even though she may not appear on film as much these days, her impact endures, demonstrating that real icons grow beyond their initial notoriety. Her commitment to important causes is now celebrated by fans who once appreciated her for her on-screen persona. Basinger's journey is an example of reinvention, whether it be through her artistic endeavors, campaigning, or her peaceful escape from the demands of Hollywood. She has demonstrated that leaving the industry does not mean becoming obscure. Instead, it means living life on one's terms. Her influence will last for years to come, thanks to her dual roles as both an actress and an activist, demonstrating that glamour is about more than looks. It's also about passion and purpose. Rob Lowe's classic charm. The quintessential heartthrob of the 1980s, Rob Lowe captivated fans with his natural charisma and striking good looks. From St. Elmo's Fire to The Outsiders, he gained a loyal following that loved every move he made and became a representation of Hollywood glitz and youthful revolt. But in the late 1980s, his career was in turmoil as scandals threatened to overshadow his brilliance. However, Lowe demonstrated his tenacity by redefining himself in the 1990s and beyond, making the transition to television with notable roles in Parks and Recreation and The West Wing. He remains as charming as ever in 2025 at the age of 61, leading a balanced existence that strikes a balance between personal fulfillment and Hollywood. Fans are still drawn to his most recent biography, Stories I Only Tell My Friends, which provides an honest glimpse into his path of self-discovery, reinvention, and stardom. Lowe has remained relevant despite the decline of many 80s icons, running a popular podcast and appearing in a few TV and movie productions. He has maintained a striking resemblance to his younger self because of his youthful energy and commitment to exercise, demonstrating that some celebrities merely change rather than age. Through his writing, acting, and public speaking, Lowe continues to inspire people and remind them why he was once the object of every girl's desire. His transformation from teenage heartthrob to well-respected Hollywood veteran is an example of tenacity, demonstrating that reinvention is about accepting new responsibilities with poise and confidence rather than relying on past success. Rob Lowe's legacy remains unbroken, ensuring that his influence on entertainment will endure for many years to come. Madonna's turbulent romance with Shaun Penn. One of the most talked about couples of the 1980s was Madonna and Shaun Penn, who personified Hollywood fire, love, and defiance. They started dating in 1985 when Penn was becoming one of the most gifted actors of his generation, and Madonna was soaring to fame with songs like a Virgin. Some of the biggest stars in the industry attended their high-profile wedding in Malibu, which was the result of their brief affair. But their union was anything but traditional. The couple, well known for their fiery personalities, frequently made headlines for their tumultuous relationship, with dramatic reconciliations and public clashes fueling tabloid rumors. Their marriage ended in divorce in 1989, despite their obvious connection. Both celebrities are still doing well in their careers as of 2025. Penn has transitioned into directing and humanitarian work, leveraging his stature to promote social justice, while Madonna remains a global superstar, continually reinventing herself through activism, fashion, and music. Even if their romance ended decades ago, there is no denying their influence on popular culture. Bold, erratic, and unforgettable, their love reflected the times. Even though they are no longer together, their respective achievements demonstrate that sometimes the most defining relationships are the ones that influence personal development. Their reputation as a power couple from the 1980s endures, serving as a reminder to viewers of a period when Hollywood's most prominent performers were only starting their rise to fame. Madonna and Shaun Penn's impact on entertainment and culture, whether through music, movies, or activism, demonstrates how their brief but lasting relationship left a lasting impression on history. The business transformation of Paris Hilton. Previously, Paris Hilton was primarily recognized for her glamorous lifestyle and reality TV stardom, but she has since evolved into a formidable businesswoman. Although Hilton became well known in the early 2000s thanks to The Simple Life, she has since developed a diverse commercial empire that goes well beyond entertainment. She is now regarded as a prominent figure in fashion, philanthropy, and media in 2025, demonstrating that reinvention is always a viable option. As the creator and CEO of 1111 Media, Hilton has effectively extended her brand into community-driven projects, commerce, and content production. Her most recent endeavor, a collaboration with iHeartMedia, has established her as a prominent voice in the digital media landscape. She hosts a podcast that showcases women breaking down barriers in traditionally male-dominated professions. Beyond her career, Hilton has taken up advocacy, utilizing her position to support laws that shield children from institutional abuse. Her public persona changed dramatically from socialite to activist after her testimony before Congress helped enact the Stop Institutional Child Abuse Act. Hilton is still innovating at the age of 44, introducing new product lines and growing its commercial reach. Even though she began her career as a reality TV star, her story demonstrates that influence, not simply popularity, is what truly defines success. Paris Hilton's journey from Hollywood star to business magnate is a testament to her tenacity, foresight, and ability to rewrite her history, whether through her advocacy work or her commercial endeavors. Her narrative of reinvention demonstrates that determination and purpose are the keys to genuine impact. Demi Moore's comeback to the public eye. With her remarkable performances in Ghost, A Few Good Men, and Indecent Proposal, Demi Moore captivated viewers and became a defining star of the 1980s and 1990s. She was one of Hollywood's most sought-after actors because of her ability to strike a balance between strength and sensitivity. However, as the business evolved, Moore shifted away from popular positions to focus on her development and select few chosen ventures. She has now triumphantly returned in 2025, demonstrating that it is always possible to remake oneself. She has received praise from critics and even won a Golden Globe for Best Actress for her bold performance in the satirical body horror movie, The Substance. The film's popularity has rekindled interest in Moore's career and established her as a serious contender for an Academy Award. She continues to defy expectations at the age of 62 by accepting jobs that go against the mainstream Hollywood cliches surrounding aging. Beyond her career as an actress, Moore has emerged as a strong voice for women's emancipation, using her position to speak out against prejudice in the business and the value of self-reinvention. Her reappearance aims to redefine what longevity in entertainment means, not only to regain her fame. True stars never fade, they change. Her tenacity is now celebrated by those who formerly revered her for her memorable performances. Demi Moore's comeback is evidence of brilliance, tenacity, and the capacity to create one's own story, regardless of whether she pursues new artistic endeavors or maintains her position as the industry leader. Her transformation from Hollywood's golden girl to a formidable performer is evidence that reinvention is about facing the future with purpose and confidence rather than dwelling on the past. Sophia Loren's lasting influence. For over 60 years, Sophia Loren has been synonymous with elegance, beauty, and exceptional filmmaking. She rose from modest origins in post-war Italy to become one of Hollywood's most renowned actors, winning an Academy Award for Two Women and appearing in timeless films like Yesterday, Today, and Tomorrow and Marriage Italian Style. Her reputation as a worldwide icon was solidified by her ability to transition seamlessly between dramatic and humorous roles. As of 2025, Loren's legacy is still quite strong. Even at 90, she still enthralls crowds by making a few appearances and speaking out for charitable causes. Her ageless elegance has influenced fashion, encouraging designers to continue using her unique look so her influence extends beyond the movies. Yesterday, Today, Tomorrow, My Life, Loren's autobiography, is still a bestseller and provides details on how she went from being a struggling young actress to a global celebrity. Although she has stopped performing primarily, her influence in the business cannot be denied, as tributes and retrospectives continue to honor her achievements in the film industry. Her influence is gauged not just by her movies, but also by the generations of artists she has influenced. Through her activism, performances, and unrelenting commitment to her profession, Sophia Loren's legacy demonstrates that genuine idols never truly fade away. Instead, they evolve and leave a lasting impact that continues to influence the entertainment industry. Her name will always be inscribed in the annals of cinema and culture, and her path is a monument to perseverance and the idea that artistic talent is timeless. The life outside of Hollywood of Ali Sheedy. One of the most iconic figures of the 1980s, Ali Sheedy captivated audiences with her roles in The Breakfast Club and St. Elmo's Fire. She reflected the rebellious yet introspective spirit of the era as a member of the renowned Brat Pack, garnering a loyal following that appreciated her ability to lend depth to each character she portrayed. But as Hollywood changed, Sheedy unexpectedly decided to leave the primary film industry in favor of a more sedate life centered on personal development and carefully chosen endeavors. She has now accepted a new chapter in 2025, demonstrating that it is always possible to reinvent oneself. She has moved into mentoring young actors at the age of 63, applying her skills to help shape the artists of tomorrow. She was formerly one of Hollywood's most sought-after actors, and her recent independent cinema work has received critical acclaim. Beyond her career as an actress, Sheedy has emerged as a strong voice for mental health awareness, motivating others by sharing her hardships. Even if she is no longer frequently featured in popular movies, her impact remains clear, demonstrating that real icons evolve rather than disappear. Sheedy continues to inspire, reminding the world why she was once a defining presence of 80s movies, whether through her advocacy, mentoring, or personal development. Her story demonstrates tenacity and shows that letting go of the limelight does not equate to being unimportant. Instead, it means living life on one's own terms. Due to her talent, intelligence, and uncompromising authenticity, Ally Sheedy has left a lasting legacy that will continue to influence film and culture for many years to come. Michelle Pfeiffer's classic charm. One of the most compelling actresses of the 1980s, Michelle Pfeiffer captivated audiences with her unquestionable talent and stunning beauty. From her breakthrough performance in Scarface to her iconic portrayal of Catwoman in Batman Returns, she established herself as a major player in Hollywood, demonstrating that she was more than just a gorgeous celebrity, but a formidable entertainer. Pfeiffer continued to develop throughout the years, landing challenging parts that showcased her nuance and adaptability. She is still regarded as one of the most prestigious actresses in the business in 2025, demonstrating that genuine talent endures. She welcomed a new chapter in her life at the age of 67, appearing in highly regarded movies that subvert popular perceptions about aging in Hollywood. Her current role in the drama Wildflower, which explores themes of resiliency and reinvention, has garnered her a lot of attention and served as a reminder to viewers of why she has been a major player in the film industry for so long. In addition to being an actress, Pfeiffer has become a strong advocate for environmental causes, using her platform to raise awareness about climate change and sustainability. She continues to enthrall, despite many of her generation's celebrities having moved out of the spotlight. She demonstrates that reinvention is about accepting new possibilities with poise and confidence rather than chasing after past success. The world is reminded of why Pfeiffer was once Hollywood's most sought-after leading lady by her iconic performances, advocacy, and personal development. Her story demonstrates tenacity and shows that letting go of the limelight does not equate to obscurity. Instead, it means living life on one's own terms, ensuring that her legacy will endure for many generations to come. The impact Susan Dey left behind. One of the most well-known figures of the 1970s and 1980s, Susan Dey enthralled audiences with her skill and easy charm. She immediately became famous as Laurie Partridge from The Partridge Family, capturing the independent yet wholesome essence of the time. She moved into more dramatic roles as her career developed, receiving praise from critics for her performance as Grace Van Owen in L.A. Law, a Golden Globe-winning performance. Despite her fame, Dey unexpectedly left Hollywood in the late 1990s to live a more sedate life away from the constant attention of the industry. Her influence remains strong in 2025, as evidenced by documentaries and retrospectives that pay tribute to her contributions to television history. Her impact endures, inspiring a new generation of actresses who respect her ability to strike a balance between celebrity and morality, despite her largely shunning public appearances. Her influence on pop culture remains undiminished, as evidenced by the fact that fans continue to return to her legendary performances. Dey has chosen to live a private existence and let her art speak for itself, in contrast to many celebrities who strive for nostalgic comebacks. Susan Dey's career is a testament to the timeless value of skill and genuineness, whether it is through her groundbreaking performances or her private withdrawal from the spotlight. Her narrative serves as a reminder to viewers that genuine legends don't require continual reinventing. They are memorable just by being who they are. Her contributions to television guarantee that her name will always be associated with elegance and quality as the medium develops. The life of Meg Ryan outside of Hollywood. In the late 1980s and early 1990s, Meg Ryan epitomized the romantic comedy genre, captivating viewers with her effortless charm, humor, and relatable demeanor. She shaped the genre for centuries as the face of poignant narrative, from When Harry Met Sally to Sleepless in Seattle. She became one of Hollywood's most adored actors because of her ability to convey warmth and sensitivity. However, as the business evolved, Ryan gradually shifted away from popular filmmaking in favor of a more subdued life centered on self-improvement and carefully chosen endeavors. She has now accepted a new chapter in 2025, demonstrating that it is always possible to reinvent oneself. She began writing and directing at the age of 63, utilizing her artistic abilities to explore narratives that align with her evolving aesthetic vision. Audiences are reminded of why she was once the queen of romantic films by her most recent endeavor. This independent film explores themes of love and nostalgia, and has received critical acclaim. In addition to becoming a filmmaker, Ryan has emerged as a strong voice for mental health awareness, motivating people with her personal stories. Her power endures even though she is no longer the face of popular movies, demonstrating that real icons change rather than disappear. Through her lobbying, writing, and directing, Ryan continues to inspire others and remind them of why she was once a generation's dream. Her story demonstrates tenacity and shows that letting go of the limelight does not equate to being unimportant. Instead, it means living life on one's own terms. Meg Ryan's influence on film and culture will endure for many years to come due to her talent, intelligence, and uncompromising sincerity.
If you've watched the video till here, that means you've enjoyed the video. Subscribe. Don't forget to turn on the notifications bell icon